Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 176 of the MLM Monday show. Just this last week, we had an exciting open forum event through the Direct Selling Executives Forum and some cool feedback from that for the topic of our show of getting lucky and what to do about it. All right, if you're just joining us live, go ahead and comment below watching live. If you're watching on replay or watching a recording, you can comment below where you're watching from on replay or recording. For those of you that are not running a direct sales company, you may not know that I get the opportunity to share case studies and information with the Direct Selling Executives Forum. It's a private group here on Facebook and LinkedIn of MLM, party plan, referral marketing, direct sales executives sharing what's working, what's not, pieces forward in their space. This last week, we asked, we actually last few weeks right after the new year, we had posted a series of questions about what was that one thing that you're grateful for that you learned in 2020? And number two, because of what happened in 2020, what's the one thing you're changing as you move into 2021 as a company? And three, if you had a question for the forum, what could they help you with? There was some really interesting stuff that came out of that, and I wanted to share some of the highlights with each of you. And if you are a direct sales executive and you'd like to watch a replay of the entire session, you can go ahead and send me a message here on Facebook, and I can get you an invite to the forum. Or if you just search for the Direct Sales Executive Forum and click to join, you can answer the questions to apply. So the first question, what did you learn in 2020? One company said, hey, we learned that we could build over the phone. We learned it was possible. I mean, how many of us have subconscious beliefs, limiting beliefs of what's possible in our business and we don't even know until we try? This company was honest enough to say, hey, we learned it was possible to build over the phone. Another company, number two, I like this one a lot. We learned that people would buy our product without having to taste it first. I always think that's great. Sometimes we kind of get into this superstition in direct sales or referral marketing when you have a product that you drink or eat that, oh man, for people to buy this product, they got to try it first. And it was such a cool thought because, I mean, think of how many things you buy at the grocery store just by the packaging or looking at it, you just want to try, or you buy online that you've never tasted first, but you just want to try it, so you order it anyway. This company got over that subconscious belief of, yeah, people will buy our product without having to taste it first during the COVID season. And number three, what did you get? What were you grateful for, and what did you learn in 2020? And another two clients actually said, or two members of they're not all my clients in the forum, but members of the forum said that we got lucky. And I love that because if you knew who that comment came from, you would know these aren't people who believe in luck. They're not people who um, think that luck drives their future. These are very intentional executives who run amazing companies that have grown in big ways. But what they were saying is that even with all the hard work, planning, and strategy they did, nothing could have prepared them for the coronavirus pandemic. And for some reason, all the hard work and things they had done for decades paid off in a big time by being a company that a lot of people wanted to join during that climate. One of these companies almost broke $1 billion in sales, and I don't believe before 2020 they had even gotten to 200 million a year in sales, and they were super close to hitting a billion. And then another one of them broke over 100,000 active reps, I think, and they were I think around 23,000, 20,000 when they kicked off the year. So it was interesting to hear that comment from two executives, even though these people had done huge things before in the past. So then when we got to question number two, I'll just read them off here for you, gang. We asked the question, well, what are you changing in 2020 to get better, to do more in space? What are you doing about it? What are you doing in 2021 from what you learned? And the folks who said they learned they could build over the phone shared we've had to create more tools for our reps to build from home. Huge trend. If you haven't already plugged into building systems for your members so they can win as a company, not leaving it up to the field, but as a company, providing the tools and systems and duplicatable path for the field to follow. That's a huge thing we talk about on this show all the time that I even myself personally invested in across the work I do in direct sales companies with my staff. I work with over 50 engineers on my team to build platforms inside of direct sales companies. So the same action steps this member was sharing on the call is exactly what we're doing every day, is working to put together systems to make it easier for people to build from wherever they are in their mobile phone home and have real systems to do that. If you want to see any case studies on what's working, what's not, right now in that part of the space, send me a message here on Facebook, or if you got this replay in our email newsletter, click and book a time to connect. It's a really incredible time here in 2021 to be digging into your tool set. It's person number two, the folks who said that people could buy their product without having to taste it first said, hey, we've had to create videos so that members could share in real training for selling on social media. That's right on, team. A lot of social media selling and how people are connecting is about you helping them run an event on social media, whether that's in a Facebook group or a Facebook event or on Instagram. How do they run a sale? How do they run an event? Even if you don't have a sale per se going on at your company, but what do they say 4 days out? What do they say 2 days out? What do they say before the event happens? What do they say after the event? There's all sorts of strategy there. And if you can put together campaigns for social media for your members that just tap and do, wow, you can help them sell on social media in amazing, high touch, really relevant ways. So love that answer from that company. And then company number 3 and 4, the ones who are really strong executives who said, hey, we got lucky. They said we need a real strategy to keep as many people as we can. And it's an honest thought. It's saying that you've built a company to support a certain level of members, and then what happens when you have a huge blessing? Like for them, the coronavirus pandemic is a blessing, if you can say that. I know that's just families who've lost loved ones. It's been a tender season. I mean, there's been some horrible things during this season and some really good things for people during this season. And so I know it's a sensitive issue, but that was the real feedback from the executives is, hey, we need a real strategy to keep as many as we can. And it keeps coming back to saying, what is the responsibility of the corporate team? What are you doing? Are you really hoping the field gets their act together to grow your company? Or are you, as a leader on the corporate side, doing the work to put together the content, the marketing systems, the videos, the sales tools, the training, the duplication path? And are you measuring your results so that you are creating the path for success for your members? Or are you just leaving it up to the field? That's the real decision that happened on the call, and this the same stuff that I think that we can all get real about is whose responsibility is it going to be? If you decide that you are going to take ownership as the folks running your direct sales company to create that duplicatable system for the newest person on the team to win, now you're taking action. You're not being a victim to a certain field leader strategy, whether it works or not in the space. And so I encourage you that if you haven't yet made that mindset shift, if there's any takeaway from this forum event that happened just last week for the DSEF, that would be the takeaway: is own it, own it internally. Don't don't hope your external partners in the field and your tribe are going to create the duplicatable system with the content and everything it is to share. You, the folks running corporate, need to dig deep on your own team and say, how are we doing that? Some of you think you may already be doing that and you're kind of half doing it, or maybe you're doing it but you're not getting the results you want. And that's why I would share as a takeaway for anyone who's watching the show to check out the 2020 Trends Report, check out the information we've published at NaXum that's really helpful in a time of trying to figure out what to do next to grow your tribe. Book a live call, book a conversation with our team, book a discovery session with our staff, walk through what's working, what's not in the space, and learn. All you can do is get information, get educated, and make good decisions. So thank you for checking out the show today. Hope that was a great recap for those of you. If you haven't yet joined the Direct Selling Executives Forum, it's free if you're a direct selling executive. It's not meant for leaders. This is an exclusive place for folks who actually run direct sales companies. You can send me a message for more info, or go ahead and just search Direct Selling Executives Forum on LinkedIn and Facebook. Thank you for checking out the show today, gang. Wishing you all the best of success as it's MLK Day here in America as we celebrate the freedoms here in our country of an amazing leader, Martin Luther. Be thinking about how you can lead your tribe well in this time. Have a wonderful day, team. We'll talk with you soon. Bye for now.